I found my old dice and gave them to her to mess around with. Last week she came to me and asked if I could make a story for her and her friends to play. It sounded like a fun idea, so I obliged, and because it was Halloween, even though we don't really celebrate it in my country, I created a small Halloween campaign for the girls. In the interest of time, because they had to be done in an afternoon, and I didn't have the time to browse through the entire rule set, I created simplified character sheets for them, with a bunch of simple predefined skills, and crafted an inventory for each of them with some helpful items to fulfill some of the challenges. I made a PowerPoint with several images to help them visualize what was going on and where they were. I prepared a handwritten scroll with their quest objective on it, burned the edges a bit to give it a cool look. All fun stuff. The quest itself was pretty simple. The town where the girls lived was being cursed for Halloween, and if they didn't lift the curse before midnight, all the townspeople would turn into monsters. The encounters in the forest didn't exactly go as planned either. They first encountered a group of skeletons dancing around a bonfire. The skeletons asked them to join them in their celebration for Halloween and complete a ritual dance with them, and they would be rewarded. I had already readied up some music for this dance my daughter often does, and once I played the music, they immediately got up off the table to perform the dance for the duration of the song. Upon completing the dance, the skeletons showed them the path deeper into the forest. Before leaving, the girl who played the rogue asked the skeletons why the party wasn't getting the reward they were promised. The skeletons explained that showing the way deeper into the forest was the reward. The girls did not like that answer and decided to teach them a violent lesson. Where I had previously underestimated their desire for murder, I had seriously overestimated their intelligence. Next, they arrive at a pond where a water spirit gives them a riddle. When they solved the riddle, they would receive a magical medallion that would help them open up a magical portal later in their quest. Since it was a water spirit, I looked up an easy riddle online of which the answer would be river. So they put their collective brain power together, with me emphasizing multiple times that as was a water spirit and giving them some helpful tips along the way. But it all seemed to be going way over their heads, and they were getting to the point again of looking for alternative solutions to this problem. My wife, who had been listening in to their banter, yelled at them from the living room, "It's a river, you idiots." They all giggled and happily accepted the medallion. Next up was a giant crow who wanted some of the candy to feed to her chicks because they were hungry. Unwilling to share, we could now add a dead crow to their fatality list. Next, I made them do a perception check, which 2 of them failed, so our mage and cleric were trapped in a giant spider web. A giant spider attacked the girls, and because of their lust for blood, I significantly beefed up the health pool I had provided for the encounter. An epic battle ensued where our brave fighter tried to fend off the spider as the rogue tried to free them by throwing her dagger at them.